Good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a prideful Humanics in Action Day. The Springfield College Athletics have been very busy this past week, including the men's and women's soccer team. The women beat Roger Williams 2-1 in overtime this past Tuesday. Springfield now improves their season to 5-2. The women will travel to MIT this Saturday to compete in the NEWMAC Conference game. The men's team defeated Endicott 1-0 this past Monday in Endicott. Ryan Malone had the only score of the game, and the men's team improves their season to 5-0. The men travel to Emerson on Saturday for a NEWMAC matchup. The Pride field hockey team fell short to 14th ranked Amherst College 8-2 this past Saturday. Logan Mullen has more on the game.
The Springfield College field hockey team fell victim to the 19th ranked Engineers from MIT this past Saturday, losing 3-2. Some positives did come from the game, however, as Springfield did get on the board first when Taylor Friedman scored off of a rebound from an M.K. Murray shot just 11 minutes into the game. Unfortunately, MIT responded with two quick goals to take the lead that they would not relinquish for the remainder of the game. Springfield faces conference rival Babson this weekend with hopes to regain their stride and continue to improve the rest of this season. For SCTV3, I'm Logan Mullen.
The Springfield College football team continues their winning ways with a 41-0 victory over Mount Ida on Saturday. The win was their second straight shutout and third straight win to begin the season. The Pride offense leads Division III in rushing yards and is second in rushing yards per game. SC travels to Rochester this weekend to kick off the Liberty League play. For all you hockey fans out there, the NHL season kicks off in less than a week after a busy offseason, including Daniel Alfredsson signing with Detroit after playing with the Ottawa Senators for 15 years, and Nathan Horton leaving the Bruins and signing with the Columbus Blue Jackets. The league is ready to get back into the swing of things and start the season. Billy Peterson has more on the recent suspensions around the league and a review on the 2000-2014 NHL season.
Thanks, guys. And I'm excited to say that by this time next week, the NHL regular season will be underway. Despite the games not counting until the 1st of October, we have already seen fireworks around the league in preseason action. David Clarkson, who signed with Toronto in the offseason, will have to wait until October 25th to make his Maple Leaf debut after he was suspended for 10 games for leaving the bench to join an altercation against the Buffalo Sabres. As a result, Clarkson will forfeit over $250,000. Staying in Canada, I shifted west where Vancouver Canuck forward Zach Kassian has been suspended for the team's final 3 preseason games and first 5 regular season games after a dangerous high stick to the face of Edmonton Oilers forward Sam Gagner. Gagner suffered a broken jaw on the play and is out indefinitely, a huge blow for the Oilers at center. In the same game, Vancouver Canuck forward Dale Weiss was suspended for the final 3 Canuck preseason games for delivering an illegal check to the head of Oilers forward Taylor Hall. Fortunately for Edmonton, Hall remained in the game and suffered no apparent injury. It may only be the preseason, but these 3 incidents all occurred between teams who play in the same division. This will only fuel some already bitter rivalries before the puck is even dropped for the 2013-14 regular season. It appears Brendan Shanahan and the Department of Player Safety have already trying to enforce player safety, and we will see how teams and players react over the course of the year. For SCTV3, I'm Billy Peterson.
Week 3 in the NFL had a little bit of everything as Andy Reid and Ed Reed went against their former teams. The Patriots shut down the Buccaneers, Trent Richardson made his debut with the Colts, and Peyton Manning continues to break records and pick apart defenses. Barry Ubois shares his thoughts on Week 3 and gives a preview of Week 4 in the NFL.
Week 3 in the NFL started with Andy Reid's homecoming to Philadelphia as his Kansas City Chiefs played Chip Kelly's Philadelphia Eagles. It was Andy Reid's first time returning to Philadelphia since he got fired at the end of last season after a 4-12 season with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now him and Alex Smith have led the Kansas City Chiefs to their first 3-0 start in a while, as the Chiefs ended up beating the Philadelphia Eagles 26-16. The Chiefs dominated this game on both sides of the ball, forcing turnovers, forcing Mike Vick to throw 3 picks, including one pick six, and also they were able to move the ball effectively. The Chiefs also did a good job of keeping Chip Kelly's offense off the field. Homecoming, going back to Baltimore for the first time since leaving the Ravens to go to the Texans as a free agent. Unfortunately, his Texans got beat by the Ravens 30-9, as the Ravens were able to completely dominate and have complete control of this football game from start to finish. The New England Patriots also won their game as they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who did not play very well and were completely dominated and shut down by the New England Patriots defense, led by Chandler Jones and Vince Wilfork and Jared Mayo. And also the secondary did a very good job in not letting Tampa Bay's offense and passing attack get too much plays. Josh Freeman really struggled this game and wasn't able to get anything going down the field, and also it didn't help that his big two targets were banged up and were not able to be effective. Trent Richardson made his debut with the Colts as he was traded earlier this week from the Cleveland Browns for a first-round pick. He ended up scoring a 1-yard touchdown and led his Colts to an upset against the 49ers, 27-7. Colin Kaepernick and the 49ers continue to struggle, and now they fall 1-2 as they go to St. Louis to play the Rams on Thursday Night Football, which will be a tough divisional game. Peyton Manning continues to roll on and just dominate and throw a clinic as he was able to throw for 374 yards and 3 touchdowns and a rout to the Raiders 37-21. He now has 12 touchdowns and no interceptions and is looking like the clear-cut front runner for this year's MVP. Adrian Peterson and the Vikings will be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in London for one of 2 London games that will be going on in the NFL this season. Gronk is expected to come back this week as the New England Patriots go into a hostile environment versus the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday Night Football, and they're definitely going to need his presence out there as they will be facing Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons, who just came off a loss against the Dolphins and will be hungry to get a victory. The Dolphins had a big upset against the Falcons, beating them 27-23, and a last-minute touchdown by Ryan Tannehill in the goal line. And the Dolphins are now 3-0 and go into New Orleans as they are going to the Superdome to face Drew Brees and that aerial attack that is very dangerous and that has picked apart many teams in this league. For SCTV3, I'm Barry.
Well, that's all I have for you for sports for this week. I'm Candace Tibbetts. I hope everyone has a great weekend.
All right, Candace, thank you for that. Well, that's going to do it for us this week. For our terrific behind-the-scenes cast and my co-host, Bree Hill, thanks for watching, everyone. And don't forget, same time, same place next week, Knuckleheads.